Happy Friday, everybody. Max here with your fix of gaming news. Coming up, HBO's next big video game adaptation will be a continuation of Baldur's Gate 3, Insomniac could be teasing another Marvel character showing up in Wolverine, and Resident Evil fans think Nintendo did Leon Kennedy a little dirty in yesterday's Direct. I'll tell you why. Let's get into it. Yesterday, news broke that Craig Mazin, showrunner of HBO's The Last of Us, would be bringing a different video game universe to the small screen, Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, so here's the catch. Baldur's Gate 3 is technically part of the larger Dungeons & Dragons universe, which is owned by Wizards of the Coast, which is a subsidiary of Hasbro, whose entertainment wing is behind the show. At the moment, Larian Studios, the developer of the massively successful Baldur's Gate 3, the people who made the whole game, have no official involvement with this series, despite it reportedly involving characters introduced in the game and directly focusing on how the events of the game affect this world. Deadline broke the news and included a statement from Mazin, who does sound passionate, saying, quote, "After putting nearly 1,000 hours into the incredible world of Baldur's Gate 3, it is a dream come true to be able to continue the story that Larian and Wizards of the Coast created. I'm a devoted fan of D&D and the brilliant way that Sven Vinke and his gifted team adapted it. I can't wait to help bring Baldur's Gate and all of its incredible characters to life with as much respect and love as we can." Vinke, the head of Larian, tweeted out that Mazin had reached out to discuss further, but so far, no collaborations have taken place. Understandably, this has some fans already skeptical. The shows based on The Last of Us and Fallout have both been received fairly well, which may have had something to do with the direct involvement of the creative leads from the video games, Neil Druckmann and Todd Howard respectively. The larger issue here that bugs me is that Baldur's Gate isn't the universe. Dungeons & Dragons is the universe, and the whole reason that universe has had such lasting appeal long before Baldur's Gate 3 is the amount of versatility it has to tell entirely new stories. Larian told a phenomenal one, and while it is entirely possible this show builds on that in interesting ways, it seems more like Hasbro's trying to strike while the iron's hot to cash in on a recognizable IP. Baldur's Gate 3 was a massive success, but it also took a hell of a long time to make. Larian's busy doing their own thing with Divinity, which is entirely their universe, and Hasbro is looking for a quicker way to replicate the success of BG3 than by, pardon the expression, rolling the dice and finding another studio that can make lightning strike twice. Once upon a time, popular TV shows and movies would get video game tie-ins as a quick cash grab. Now it seems like it's sort of the other way around. Personally, I would be more interested in seeing a few Baldur's Gate 3 characters pop up in a sequel to the 2023 Dungeons & Dragons movie, Honor Among Thieves, which was so much better than I was expecting, and I really kind of hope that just doesn't get abandoned entirely. What do you all make of this? Do you think a Baldur's Gate 3 TV show could work? What do you call it? Baldur's Gate? Baldur's Gate 4? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Moving on, a recent tweet from Insomniac Games has Marvel fans thinking the upcoming Wolverine game might feature the appearance of another iconic hero, Daredevil. Okay, so adjust your expectations because the evidence is quite literally razor thin. The post reads, "Claws? What's that? Some kind of fancy lawyer lingo?" and then includes a close-up of Wolverine going snicked, like he does. Daredevil, if you're unfamiliar, is the superpowered alter ego of Matt Murdock, who is a lawyer by day. A clause, spelled C-L-A-U-S-E, is like a little detail in a contract that a lawyer might write. Claws, spelled the other way, is what Wolverine cuts people with. So yeah, that's basically the evidence right there. Now, it could just be a bad pun to go along a post that is reminding fans of this game that it's around the corner and to please be excited for it, but it also wouldn't be the first time Daredevil has gotten a nod from Insomniac. In the first Spider-Man game, players could swing over to Hell's Kitchen and visit the offices of Nelson and Murdock, which then got replaced with an eviction notice in Spider-Man 2, but then got a patch so that the sign was back up, so I guess they paid their rent or something. But yeah, Matt Murdock exists in this universe, so presumably Daredevil does too. The most obvious overlap for these two would be the Hand, which is the ninja clan that both Wolverine and Daredevil have tangled on several occasions in the comics and the shows and all that. In any case, I would love to see Daredevil pop up in this game, and then hopefully get a spin-off of his own from Insomniac, because his powers could be gamified in some really fun, cool ways. We will find out one way or the other when Wolverine hits PS5 sometime later this fall. And finally, we got a new look at Resident Evil Requiem yesterday during the Nintendo Partner Direct, but fans noticed something a little funny. Leon S. Kennedy, the action hero super cop protagonist who has been shooting zombies in the head for almost 30 years, misses every shot he takes in the gameplay they showed off. Obviously, this isn't Leon's fault, but rather whoever was playing as him, but why would you demo the game with such bad gameplay? Well, fans are speculating it was deliberate on Capcom and Nintendo's part in an effort to keep things from being too violent. What's the expression? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take? Well, if 100 of those shots miss entirely, nobody winds up bleeding, so it's, I guess, less violent and more family-friendly or something? The Partner Direct was preceded by an 18+ M rating disclaimer, but standards are a bit more stringent in Japan, plus it's Nintendo, so it's possible they were just covering their bases. Either way, it's pretty funny to see Leon really just not doing such a great job like that. You can give Resident Evil Requiem your best shot when it hits Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC on February 27th, and in the meantime, we got a couple previews breaking down how well it blends survival horror, action, and also stealth gameplay. If you're looking to get up to speed on Resident Evil before then, Resident Evil Village is headlining this month's Humble Choice. The curated bundle of PC games also includes Date Everything, Core Keeper, Starvaders, SteamWorld Build, Squirrel with a Gun, Bus Simulator 21, and Big Helmet Heroes, all for just $14.99. Plus, this month's choice supports Empower, a charity that provides tech skills training and quality job placement to help people get out of poverty. You can grab that until March 3rd by heading over to humblebundle.com. That is your fix for Friday, February 6, 2026. As always, for everything gaming, keep it locked to IGN, and more importantly, have a great weekend. Go play some video games.